what to prepare, and mostly how to prepare for the Quantum Healing Hypnosis session. Hi, Federica here at Lifting Consciousness. Today I'm going to respond to some of the questions that you brought forth, and thank you so much for that, and sharing what you wanted to know more about. This might be helpful for other people. If you had a look at the video with the three main type of people approaching sessions, today I'm going to talk specifically to give guidance to type A, that I refer to as the logic skeptical. Now, this is in a playful way, just refer to people, mostly men, but not necessarily women as well, that are more accustomed to use and be in their mind. So when it comes to the energy center of the body, not just like the chakras, but also the body is an inner technology of itself. We have the mind, the heart, the gut, the body that gives senses, stores emotions, and lesson. I'm talking today to the ones that are most accustomed to use the mind. And this is very common in men that may not have studied that connection within the body, the heart, the emotion, and may be sort of thrown off when they have signs or when the body starts to release. There might be also a belief of that it's not good to release emotion, or a man should not cry, or similar ideas or philosophies. And so if you have been wanting to know more, there is a part of you that is open-minded and is ready to explore, or there's something within you that feels a bit off. So you know you have to take care of that, and you responsibly want to do your inner work and become a better version of you, or process your trauma, or just get better, then this might be helpful to know. I've always also been invited to disclose and share a little bit more about myself and my journey. So I'm going to take the opportunity to do that briefly, so to open up and enable you to frame your questions in a better way, also to understand what type of information and guidance might come throughout this channel. I am a soul, like yourself. And having this physical experience in this lifetime, I have been focusing more, especially for the past over 2 decades, in studying from the body. So the study of the body from the perspective of being a physical trainer, so being personal training, coaching and teaching Pilates, yoga, physical exercise. I've approached the study of anatomy a little bit deeper and became a remedial massage therapist and a sport massage therapist. I've been so fascinated always from also the mind, the neuroscience, the emotion, and the behavior. So in 2018, I answered to that call within, and studied neuro-linguistic programming, then into master practitioner level with NLP. I studied with one of the best, which is Gordon Young. Shout out to my trainer. He studied directly from the line of Milton Erickson. The level of his knowledge and the prestige of institution is very acknowledged, and he is the head of the hypnotherapists here in Australia. I then became a level 1 counselor. I'm here in Sydney, Australia. And when it comes to the soul, the spirituality, then that has also been along the side a long life journey, being through a lot of, how they call them, dark night of the souls, trauma, processing, getting better, more trauma, processing, getting better, and ultimately finding the grace, finding the way to go through that I didn't need to feel like a victim, or like, unveiling the veil, as they say, and finding, which is simply said, it could be simply reframed as finding new and fresher and more helpful perspectives to go through what I was going through, and to find a way to claim my power back and take everything as a lesson, as an opportunity for me to learn, to expand, to learn to make better decisions. Hope this was helpful. Any question, reach out. When it comes to the session, in what to prepare, we already said a list of questions. Some of you have found very helpful to divide and organize the questions into sections. This could be career, family, health, personal development. These are just some example. If you want some more specific example in the career section, it could be something like, I have been offered 2 jobs which one is the best one for me? Or I have been unemployed for this long. Is there any insight? Am I on the right path? What should I be changing? Health or relationship could be very similar. I'm facing this X challenging situation. What do I need to learn? What can I do? Or I have been suffering with this condition or this body pain or injury for a long time. What is something that I can do? Any insight for me? These sort of questions. Who is answering the questions? Am I answering the question? If you saw the previous video on quantum healing hypnosis technique, or I really invite you to look into Dolores Cannon work, you know that it's not the practitioner answering the question, yet it's going to be the higher self. Now, some people call it subconscious, others call it higher self. So these words should not be used interchangeably as they are different concepts, although the questions are going to be specifically channeled for you and for you. Approaching this question, especially if you're type A and new to this type of experiences, would require a big level of being open-minded. To some of you, deep down within, it might require some courage. So I would really invite you to, whether you're accustomed to meditation or just finding a safe, quiet space that you can go and check within. And this is something that I use very often in teaching yoga, a beautiful line that I borrow from someone else. Is whenever, like the thoughts, you may close your eyes and you may try to be in silence and just observe your breath and notice the pace of your breath. And you may notice the thoughts running through and that talk within yourself. It may be talks about yourself, telling you something positive or negative about yourself. It could be reminding you daily tasks that you have or things related to work. You could picture or you could see those as clouds passing through the sky. And then just remind yourself that you're not the cloud. You're actually the sky behind the clouds. So take that as an opportunity to let the thought flow and come back to the pace of your breath. Whether you try this practice for 1 minute, 10, 1 hour a day, this is just up to the level of your capacity for where you are at now and the time that you may have, but it's such an helpful practice. This is not so beneficial for your life. People such as Ray Dalio, very successful people and worldwide speaker and mentors and business entrepreneurs know and share with others the benefit of meditation, but this is going to be specifically helpful for you during the quantum healing hypnosis session, because all throughout the hypnosis and the trance, you will live within that battle with your mind. We already did the analogy of the car, yeah? So when you have the first part is the interview stage. The interview is just going to be a confidential conversation between yourself and the practitioner, where you share the list of questions, you explain what you want to know to the therapist, so that then the therapist is going to be better equipped to ask the questions as you're going to go into trance. You start with the visualization, and as you progress then through past life regression, what was the meaning of that, and channeling the higher self, you are going to have, if you enable the experience, better guidance. But that enabling the experience is really the key. And especially if you relate more to type A or B, you're in between using a lot to your mind, but also knowing how to be in the heart and being open to this experience, then you'll understand living the experience what I'm referring to. It may be a constant process. It can be beautiful, but it could also be overwhelming. So you might be stopping yourself if you find, when you find your mind telling through and pushing back to this experience, pushing back to the unknown and this weird this weird experience or new experience, to having something through, coming through to give you guidance, which is just your soul, your higher self, then that is the freedom, the power, it's really within your hands. You are going to make the decision. The more you practice being within you, listen and observe with no judgment whatsoever, learn to put your thought aside and let through. If that feels right and safe in your heart and you give yourself permission, then the session, the insight will come. And this is for the session, this is for your own self when you sit within you in meditation. So this was a little bit more what you could expect, what you could prepare, and how you could prepare. There are also meditation that may help for you to prepare before the session. I'll do my best to create more videos, maybe one of those that you can practice for yourself. For now, it's all. And if you have any other question, let me know. Also, subscribe to the channel and share your comment and like. That helps so much. Wonderful day. I'll see you next time.